Hey guys, welcome to another video. So as promised, this is a Nutra Check basic tutorial. There will be a part 2 for the bit more advanced settings and how to make your own meals and stuff like that, but this one should get you started. So first things first, we need to download the app. Let's go. Okay, so you want to go onto your app store, Calorie Counter Plus, Nutra Check, and you want to install. Okay, so you're going to press I'm new, sign me up, and you just have to go through, put your age in, your current weight, and just down here you can change between pounds, kilos and stones. I go by metric 171, and here you have to just pick if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, if you have an eating disorder, etc. And then you have to basically say your daytime work. So if you're doing like a desk work, I would say go on to light. If you're obviously doing like a physical job every day, then go on to heavy. My one is sort of in the middle. Then your leisure time. So again, if you do go to the gym, if you do running or some sort of exercise, so I'll go for the middle one, as I go to the gym a few times a week and I run around after 2 small children. So I do move quite a lot. And your overall goal, whether it's to lose weight, maintain or gain weight. So let's say lose weight. So it's recommended not to go more than 10% at a time. That will be 72 kg. So I can just press that. Unless you know your specific weight you're trying to get to, then obviously go click on that. And then here again, down here you can go to pounds. If I go to 1 pound per week, so that will be 0.45 kg per week. You can go higher if you want, but obviously you will have less calories, so slow and steady wins the race. I wouldn't go too high. And then now you have to put in your details, so you just put your email in and just sign up to it. Okay, so I've signed into mine and I have switched the day to tomorrow, as I've already inputted a few things in for today, so I don't want it to just look confusing to start with. Those 3 lines at the top right corner here, you're going to click into that and we're going to go down here to settings, and it says here nutrient goals. You're going to click on that. Here you can choose your own goal, or you can pick one that's already tailored. So say the 5-2 diet, well balanced, so it gives you like a nice balance of everything. Lower carbs, higher protein, lower fat, less sugar. What I like to do is I like to set my own, because sometimes on these apps they do give you very low calories when you don't really need to necessarily go that low. If you click on set my own goal, here you can set your own calories. So first of all, before you even put them in, you need to know how many you need in order to lose weight or gain weight or maintain, whichever goal yours is. But let me quickly show you a website that I use. It's free. Just put in your details and then it will work it all out for you. TDE.net, and here you choose imperial or metric. I will go for metric, female, age 28, 80 kilos, it's all that Christmas food. Height 171, activity level, I do exercise 2-3 times a week and I do 10,000 steps on average a day. I run around 2 small kids, so I will put light exercise though. It's better to underestimate than overestimate. And then you go to calculate. So here it gives me stats. So my maintenance calories are 2,156 per day. And also, if you didn't know, you can actually eat different amounts per day, as long as it all adds up to your weekly allowance, I should say. So 15,000 to maintain. If I eat that within a week, I will maintain. So I can eat 3,000 calories one day and 1,500 another day, but at the end of the week it all should add up to 15,090 and I'll still maintain. You can see the difference here. If on your exercise levels, if you were more moderate exercise, your maintenance calories will be higher. If you were more sedentary, your calories would be lower. So it gives you a bit more information here on your ideal weight, your BMI. I'm technically still in the overweight bracket, but it's all right. And then if you go down here, it will give you a few options of like the balance of all your macronutrients. So you can look at that. You can look just at your calories. So you can change here maintenance and cutting, which means basically losing weight. So if you want to lose weight, it usually gives you a deduction of 500 calories. So in my case, I would have to eat 1,656 calories a day in order to lose weight. And then if you want to bulk, then you check next to it and it will add 500 calories. So if we stick onto the cutting and go down, it gives you like different options to how much you could eat a day. But if this is too complicated, if you're quite new, I would say don't worry about that and just focus on your calories and eat high protein. All of these things, they are all averages. Nothing is 100% accurate with all these calculators and everything. So this is all an average. So the main page is your diary page. That's where you insert all your food. And as you can see here, you've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, treats and drinks. And then you also have exercise and notes. On the top here, you've got the calories, protein, carbs and fiber. This is the 4 macronutrients I am tracking. You don't have to track all 4. You can track 1, you can track 2, you can track 3. So if you're only beginning, you could technically just track the calories and possibly the protein and just focus on those. So let me quickly show you how to find that and change those around. You click on one of those, so say the fiber one. If I wanted to get rid of it, I can just press hide column. When you first download the app, I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember, it's been a long time, if it only will display 1 or 2 or 3, so you just click on it. You can just add more or you can take them away. You can toggle between your diary, your meals, your progress, your forums and more. So let me show you how to make a yogurt bowl, and we'll be using the scanner and also the search bar, so you'll be able to see how both of those work. Might as well just put it all in. We're going to change quickly the yogurt, so you press into it, press edit, and it was 284, press done, and add it to breakfast. That's 107, 107, done, breakfast. And then we're going to look for blueberries. So you can start typing it in and you'll see all the different suggestions, starting with blue. So I've got blueberries. So do 48 grams, done, breakfast. This is by far my favorite granola. We'll scan this one, granola. So it's as simple as scanning. And then I usually use about 10 grams. And we'll put that to breakfast. 0 out the scale. Actually, we'll put 15 today. There we go, 15 grams. So you just click into it, press edit and put 15, or you can type it in here. I'm going to top it off with some Skinny Food Co. golden syrup. So I'm not even going to scan this because it's 0 calories. If you look at the back, I'd have to use 100 mils just to get 4 calories, so it really is no point. But just for the video, I'll see how much milliliters I use, or grams. 19. So this is the finished bowl, and I'll put the macros on the screen as well. You can actually track on the left corner here your water. So you can press discover more trackers here, and you can track alcohol in calories or units, you can track water, or you can track your 5 a day. And then as you're adding meals in, you'll see the apple sort of filling up to how many portions of your fruits and veggies you've had a day. Okay, so now you know how to use the basic of inputting the food. Let me show you a few nice tips on here that will make things a bit easier. You click on the 3 lines in the corner, then go into diary preferences. And down here, if you scroll a little bit, it says easier days. So if you click onto that, so my total calories is 1,800 a day. However, like I've mentioned before, you can spread them out throughout the whole week however you like. If you want to have more on the Sunday because you like a big Sunday roast dinner, you can click on that and then it automatically deduct a little bit off all the other days and then give it to you on Sunday basically. If you notice, the total doesn't change at all, so I can make my weekends a little bit higher in calories and then leave the rest of the week a bit lower. So those 3 lines, that's where all your main settings are. Here you've got reports, so you've got diary week view, this first one here. You can see your whole week if you've been on track, if you haven't, and you can toggle through the top. So calories, fats, saturated fats, carbs, sugars, etc. You can keep scrolling if you want to check any specific macronutrients. If we stick to just calories for the point of this video, on the bottom here there's 2 buttons. When you press the first one for the exercise calories, you can either include them or exclude them in your whole count, and same with the net calories, how many you've got left. So this all depends on your preference, how you like it to look visually. I don't mind seeing it like this. And also with the calories, if you connect your watch and it says, you know, you've gone to the gym and it says you've burnt 300 calories for example, I would wouldn't personally recommend eating those back, because those machines and your watch, nothing's really 100% accurate. So you could easily just eat those 300 calories back and put yourself back into maintenance and take yourself out of the deficit. Another cool thing here with this app is if you click those 3 lines to your diary options, down here you've got eating out. If you go to Costa, for example, I like my Costa. If you go to the cinema or fast foods like McDonald's, KFC, you've also got restaurants, bars, food, takeaways. This allows you to actually be able to still eat out and stay within your calorie deficit, as those big restaurants, most of them need to legally show their calories. For the purpose of the video, let me take you to Nando's and we'll have my favorite lunch. I usually have the peri-peri salad. So if we type in salad, peri tomato, I usually have this one. This will give you the options to input it in your meal occasion, so breakfast, lunch and dinner. For example, if I'm going to have that for dinner, I'll click 1 whole serving, press it into dinner, and here will give you an option if you want to add another thing from Nando's or if that's it basically. So I'm going to click add another, otherwise it'll take me back to my diary. And then I usually have extra grilled chicken breast and add that to dinner, and then I'll have add another, and I usually have extra grilled halloumi, add again to dinner, add another, and then I usually have the iced tea. I'll add that and press into dinner, press OK. Here you can see, oh okay. This is basically added on to yesterday, not today. That's my bad. So what we can do, if this happens and you put it onto the wrong day or something, you don't have to redo it. You just click on each one of those. So we'll just select all the Nando's that we just put, and then at the bottom here you've got move button in the right bottom corner. You press move, and then you can put into a different occasion today, or you can scroll to tomorrow. You can even put it in any other days. So we'll go to tomorrow and then move to the same meal, so we'll be into dinner, and if we go into tomorrow, it's all in here. And that's how you can eat out and still track. I'm going to show you how to add favorites. So if you click on those 3 lines again, you've got my favorites right here. When you first join, you can just find some foods and just add a few favorites. So if you always use this kind of Weetabix, there's a little heart here that you can press next to the writing, and it'll add it onto your favorites. So then next time when you click on something to search, you can actually press this button here on the left corner where the heart is and scroll through or search by the letter. So any favorites you've put in, you can easily find them and then input them into your diary, into certain meal occasion. So now if you click onto the bottom right corner to more, that's where you can also add your tracker. So for example, I use a Fitbit. It will show you all your sort of exercise and calories, and it'll add it all up for you onto this app. And you've got dark mode here, you can change that. We can have it auto. You can check all your profile information, you can share your profile, you can also set reminders, your measurement units, so obviously your weight, if it's in metric or imperial, you can change all that here. I do love this app because it's so visual and I'm a visual learner, so I'll show you quickly how to go onto that. So if you click on those 3 lines and down here diary preferences, in here you can just go into it and kind of click into each one of them and have a look. I will cover all of them in the second part of the video. If you look at the diary picture view, you can see here you can just toggle so list or pictures. So on your diary, like mine's the list, but if you want it more visual and see the whole picture of everything, you can just click on the picture side and then it will display that. So I'll just change that quickly and show you. So this is what my thing will look like. For me personally, it's just too chunky and too big, so I'm going to go back, diary preferences, and I'm going to change that back to the list view because that's just my preference. So if we go back to diary preferences, you can press edit meal occasions. So here you can track up to 6 different occasions. You turn them on or off. You can change the name of it, you can change your little icon for it. You can have just breakfast, lunch and dinner, or snacks or treats, however you want to do it. Now back into diary preferences. Down here, if you go to search layout, you can change again here. In this case, I actually prefer it to be the grid. I prefer it to be bigger and see all the pictures and the things I'm searching for rather than the list. Like I mentioned here, if you press daily totals, like I mentioned here with the calories from from your exercise there is combined. It will add up the calories that you've burned during exercise into your food goal. So if you burn 300 calories, it will give you 300 calories to eat more, which I don't recommend doing. So I like to keep those separate. Okay, so now let me show you the progress. So the middle on the bottom here. Here you can track your weight. So you can add a weigh-in, stones, pounds, kilos, and then you'll be able to see it in this sort of... So obviously I've been tracking for a while now. Or you can go up here and you've got your BMI, you've got your chest. If you would like to measure that as well, you can just keep it all on the app instead of having to have like another notebook for it or whatever. You can measure your thighs, your body fat, your clothes size, your upper arm, calf, etc. So this is a nice place to sort of keep track of all your progress, because not everything has to be about the scales. So I've been actually using this app for maybe 2 years now, and I've learned so much. What's in my food, portion sizes. I actually spoke a lot about this in my last video about calorie counting. So I'll leave it in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, so I think that's all the basics you need to know for Nutra Check, and part 2 will be a bit more advanced. We'll be making a lasagna, so there's a few different components that you need to put together and how to work it all out, and it'll get a little bit more tricky. But if you want to learn more, check out part 2. If you've learned something and you found it useful, subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you in part 2.